I'm Ethan Abel, senior here at Smoky Valley.
And I'm Justice Autry, and I'm also senior here at Smoky Valley.
We're going to be starting a series called At the Net, where we're going to interview volleyball players and coaches throughout the coming weeks, and we'll have a new interview every week. All right, what's going on? We're here with Coach Schneider at the Net. I'm Ethan Abel, senior here, and Coach Schneider, coach for the volleyball team. So on Saturday, the Vikings finished second at the Southeast Saline Invitational after losing the championship game against the number one ranked team in Class 2A, Hillsboro. On their way to the championship, the Vikings defeated Circle, ranked third in Class 4A. The Vikings went 3-2 on the day with their two losses coming against Hillsboro and number 4 ranked in the Class 3A, Beloit. Their 3 wins came against Abilene, Salina South, and Circle. We're here with the Vikings head coach, Coach Schneider. So, Coach, what are some strong suits to your team?
I think we've had a lot of strengths so far. I think our team is playing well together. I think they're, accomplishing things together as a team. Obviously, we return 3 players that had a significant amount of playing time last year with Adrian Hazelwood at setter, Hope Duncan at outside hitter, and we've moved Kat Blanchett to middle hitter this year, which I think has been great. But it's been the response of our other teammates, I think, that has really made this team successful out of the gate.
What would you say some of your weaknesses are?
I'd say right now our weaknesses are our coverages. I think we're not quite where we need to be, especially when we get to playing the better teams. Obviously, 2 of our losses are to Hillsboro, ranked number 1 in the state in 2A. Our third loss is to Beloit, who I believe is ranked 3rd or 4th in 3A. So, those are things that we've got to get better at in coverage and things like that to not be in those positions against the best teams that we play.
What is a typical practice like for you guys?
Typical practice. First part of practice is just kind of some skill work. We do whatever we can skill-wise early, and then we kind of build into more team stuff as practice goes on. You've played for me in basketball for numerous years, and we don't run just for the sake of running. There's a lot of our drills that incorporate a lot of our aspects of the game, whether those are dives, whether those are passes, whatever it might be. So we just try to keep an upbeat practice and keep things moving. We do have a couple of challenge type drills where if a squad loses, there are some consequences that go with that, and I think it creates that competition in practice. But again, practices are made by the players that are in them. If we're competitive, if we're working hard, if we're doing things that we want to do, practices go so much more smoothly, and they're so much faster for you guys too as players, because you just feel like you're having fun, you're enjoying yourself, you're learning, you're getting better.
What are your team goals?
Team goals are to be the best we can be. I mean, we never go into a season saying you're going to win this many games or you're going to, do these things. But just like we do with any sport we do here at Smoky Valley, our team goals are to be the best we can be. But also, this team has made it to state the last 2 years. That's the goal of every team that plays. Your goal is to try to be a state-bound team and to have an opportunity, whether that's football, basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball, doesn't matter what sport it is. So I think that's our goal. Our goal is to get back to that level that we feel like we can be able to be. So, but ultimately it's to be the best we can be. I mean, if we go in and we play in sub-state and get beat playing the best game we can play, at least you brought everything you could bring.
How do you prepare for a game?
How do I prepare for a game? I try to remain relaxed. It's hard to be relaxed because, there's so many things that go into coaching. Being a player was so much fun because all you have to do is show up and play. But being a coach, you got to try to think about all the other things that the other team's doing. I would say over the years that I've coached, the players make preparing for games easier because I know that once we get there, the hay's in the barn, it's time to play. And just being able to be there and keep our players composed and ready to go, and then let's get it going.
All right, last question. What are your goals for a Viking victory?
Goals for a Viking victory, we've got to be able to get stops against the best players. And obviously, so far that team that's been our little stymie has been Hillsboro. We've got to be able to stop their best hitters, and we've got to be able to try to dominate and pick up balls in the back row. Our defense is the key to victory.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck on the rest of your season.
Thanks, guys.